Let's pay homage to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I will pay respect to the Buddha, reciting one of the stanzas. Buddha bodhaya diti tanto yo dhammataya sa. Dhammataya tanto dhammatino vadranaya sa. Nibbutto nibbanataya tan lokataranandami. Lokatarano lokatumai kusaya tasu phito mudo. Yo nago Buddha naga miyo yadiya seinde atutta chimyaswa pyadi. Buddha tisali kurorain thoten timyan dormu phit yue. Bodhaya sa chutaita du bolu rokutu ten le tija base jinchu ngalaga. Tanto kuroga bin chiro mubi phit yue. Dhammataya sa chutaita du bolu rokutu ne yin chi jase chin ngalaga. Tanto kuraiga bin kilita uku kate nyai dormu phit yue. Dhammataya sa chataita du bolu rokutu me yin kilita pu nyinja base chin ngalaga. Dino vatandaya na wangara chango. Kuta chau kurora yapi phit dalien. Karanaya sa kuro tatu chutaitu roni buddha wan mavekando. Kuta chau yau jabasi jinchu ngalaga. Nibbutto kileta pranibha vinsan yote. Kurorai nyai dormu phit yue. Nibbanataya sa kuro tatu vene luro bukate ninja basi jinchu ngalaga. Dhamman nizili na dhammasako. Tete ti gruna shita metta phit hocharo mukhe bhaveyi. Lokatarana lokatumai kusaya tasu phito mudo. Danaga Buddha naga miro yadiya seinde atutatu nyaswa phyago. Nami namami ko nong nalong tong sung phyang pyo. Nango sho yue gado myano le sung mo yue. Shikho nyopai myaswa phya myaswa phya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today we will continue the talk for those who want to see the Buddha. On last Sunday, I have explained the purpose of practicing the three trainings. I have explained the purpose of practicing each of the trainings. The way leading to Nibbana, or the way leading to make an end of suffering, appears in the world with the appearing of the Buddha. The Buddha appeared in the world after realizing the truth. Omniscient Buddha, in Pali we call Samma Sambuddha Buddha. In English, the omniscient Buddha, the one, the knower of all, or the one who knows everything, appeared in the world after realizing the truth. As I have told all of you, the purpose of practicing meditation is to know the truth. Because of not knowing the truth, almost all the people in the world, they're confused about their life, they're confused about many things related to their life too. Because of not knowing, because of not seeing, we cannot remove things that cover us to see the truth. Only when we know and see the truth at that time, we remove the things that cover us to see the truth, or to remove the ignorance. Ignorance covers us not to see the truth. So to remove the ignorance, we need to know, we need to see the Four Noble Truths. Buddha appeared in the world after knowing and seeing the Four Noble Truths. And he taught this truth to those who want to know, who want to see them. As I have told all of you, the way leading to Nibbana appeared in the world with the appearing of the Buddha. This is what we all need to consider very carefully. The way leading to Nibbana appeared not because of anyone, just because of the omniscient Buddha. Sometimes, out of the times, the omniscient Buddha appeared in the world. The Pa-Auk Buddha. In English, the private Buddha, undeclared Buddha, silent Buddha, they translated Pa-Auk Buddha into. Which one do you like? Solitary Buddha. So this is number 5, I think. Solitary Buddha, silent Buddha, undeclared Buddha, private Buddha. So they translate Pa-Auk Buddha into different ways. Yes, solitary Buddha also good, undeclared Buddha also good. Even though the Pa-Auk Buddha, the solitary Buddha, is self-enlightened one. What is the difference between the omniscient Buddha, the self-enlightened one, and the Pa-Auk Buddha, solitary Buddha? Even though both of them are self-enlightened one, the omniscient Buddha is the one who can teach the Dhamma us, the Dharma, to us, to know and see the truth as he knew. He can teach the Dharma to us to enlighten as he enlightened. But for Pa-Auk Buddha, he is not the one who can teach the Dharma, the way leading to Nibbana, to us, as he enlightened. What is the reason? It is explained in the commentary. The solitary Buddha, the Pa-Auk Buddha, is like a mute who dreamt, but he could not speak. He can't speak. That's why, even though he dreamt, he can't explain what he dreamt. Only the omniscient Buddha, Sammasambuddha Buddha, our Gautama Buddha, he has such capability to do. What is that capability? He can explain what he had penetrated into words. As we all know, without hearing the words explained into words, how can we understand? How can we follow practice? How can the way leading to Nibbana appear? That's why it is not the capability of the Pa-Auk solitary Buddha to teach the Dhamma, the way leading to Nibbana. Only the omniscient Buddha has such capability. If we don't follow the words of the Buddha, how can we teach the way leading to Nibbana? How do you think? What do you think? Venerable Urevada. If he doesn't follow the words of the Buddha, is he the one who can teach the Dhamma, the way leading to Nibbana? Yes? Who told this? No. Only because I follow the words of the Buddha, that's why I could teach, or I can teach the way leading to Nibbana. Right?
The experience Bhante has is very helpful in teaching.
Yes. Pardon?
If Bhante wouldn't have experience, then he wouldn't be able to teach this, even though he had the words of the Buddha.
Anyway, because of following the words of the Buddha, right? Yeah. Without following the words of the Buddha, I will not be the one who is doing for the good of all of you. If I am just telling what I understand, I am doing what the Pa-Auk, even the Pa-Auk Buddha can't do. I am not the self-enlightened one. Pa-Auk Buddha is the self-enlightened one. Even though he has such quality, he could not teach the Dhamma. It is not of their quality to express, to explain the Dhamma that they have penetrated into words. It is not of them, not of their capability. It is only of the omniscient Buddha. Sometimes, because of Bharami, enough Bharami that someone has developed or someone has accumulated in their past, in this very life, they attain path and fruition knowledge because they have practiced up to Sankharipeka Jnana in many lives in their past. Because of this reason, in their past, they know what is mentality, they know what is materiality, they know what is dependent origination. Because of this reason, because of their practice in their past, in this very life, They could realize the Dharma, but if they explain just what they had experienced, it will not be for you. For you mean not for your attainment. Because he has no such quality to teach just by his experience. That's why there may be some arahant, those who attain arahantship, but if they don't follow the words of the Buddha, what they teach will not be for your enlightenment. It is just for his enlightenment because of his barami that has been fulfilled in the past. Do know this. That's why we were not opposed to those who have enlightened as an arahant. But if they don't teach according to the words of the Buddha, we point out that it is not in accordance with the words of the Buddha because they have no such capability to explain correctly just by referring to their enlightenment. It is even not of the Pa-Auk Buddha. That's why it is very important that even though we have enlightened to something, we all need to say the words of the Buddha to teach someone to know the Dhamma as they really are. That's why we will explain what the Buddha said. I believe you are happy to hear the words of the Buddha. As I have explained what is the purpose of practicing, the training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of insight on last Sunday, I will not talk about the purpose of practicing the training of morality, the training of concentration again. But I'm going to explain how important the training of concentration is. So before explaining how important the training of concentration is, let me ask you one question. What is right concentration? In the way leading to Nibbana, the way leading to Nibbana is the Eightfold Noble Path. Among Eightfold Noble Path, one of them is right concentration, Samadhi. Without fulfilling the right concentration, without having practiced right concentration, can we practice the way leading to Nibbana? If we exclude right concentration, there will be only the Sevenfold Noble Path. What do you think? Can we practice a way leading to Nibbana with the Sevenfold Noble Path? Very important. There are many people in the world, including many well-known teachers, those who say it is not necessary to develop concentration. If it is so, as if he is telling us, just follow the Sevenfold Noble Path. It is the way leading to Nibbana. Possible? No answer. If it is so, I will repeat it. What is Samma Samadhi, right concentration? If you don't give me an answer, I will quote the words of the Buddha. You want to hear? It is from Digha Nikaya. The sutta name, the name of the sutta is Satcha Vibhanga Sutta. Then the Buddha said, what bhikkhu is right concentration? What is right concentration? Buddha is asking all of you. Are you ready to give me an answer? Or to give the answer to the Buddha? I think in time of the Buddha, also Buddha knew his disciples, they cannot give an answer. That's why, even though he asked this question, he continued the answer, giving the answer. Here, quite secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, a bhikkhu enters upon and abides in the first jhana, which is accompanied by applied and sustained thoughts, with rapture and pleasure born of seclusion. With the stilling of applied and sustained thoughts, he enters upon and abides in the second jhana, which is without applied and sustained thoughts, with rapture and pleasure born of concentration. Now you hear, first jhana and second jhana is called right concentration. Who said? Is it Venerable Urevada? No, the Buddha. Buddha continue with the fading away as well of rapture. He abides in equanimity and mindful and fully aware, staying feeling pleasure with the body he enters upon and abides in the third jhana, on account of which noble ones announce, he is a pleasant abiding who has equanimity and is mindful. What do they announce? He is a pleasant abiding who has equanimity and is mindful. With the abandoning of pleasure and pain, and with the previous disappearance of joy and grief, he enters upon and abides in the fourth jhana, which has neither pain nor pleasure, and purity of mindfulness due to equanimity. This is called right concentration. In brief, what is right concentration? Buddha gave an answer. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana and fourth jhana are called right concentration. You want to argue with the Buddha? As I have told in my last Sunday talk, related to one of the questions, where does the mentality arise? Philosopher and scientists say mentality arises in the brain. I've given an answer. Buddha didn't argue with anybody. Buddha didn't argue with the one. This one is being argued with the Buddha. That's why, what is right concentration? Buddha said, first jhana, second jhana, and third jhana, and fourth jhana are called right concentration. If you want to fulfill one of the factors in the Eightfold Noble Path, you need to practice first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. This is what the Buddha directly taught. There are many people there are some people who reject commentary. If you reject commentary, no ways for you to practice by concentration except first, second, third, and fourth. But if you accept commentary explanation, you can do a little bit weaker concentration, which is not as strong as first, second, third, and fourth. In the Visuddhimagga, it is explained. Visuddhimagga is commentary. Citta Visuddhi Nama Sa Upachara Atta Samapatiyo. Sa Upachara, with excess concentration and 8 attainments, are called right concentration or purification of the mind. When the Buddha taught the second training, the training of concentration, Buddha taught 40 types of samatha meditation objects. Among 40, 30 types of samatha meditation objects lead to absorption, jhana, concentration. The remaining 10 to excess concentration. That's why we can say Buddha taught 40 types of samatha meditation or 2 kinds of concentration: absorption, concentration, and excess concentration. No more than this. Related to one of the questions that asked me last Sunday Dhamma talk, how do we study the words of the Buddha in Myanmar? I didn't give any answer. I have given this. If you want to know, you must learn, only then you will understand. Today, I want to share a little bit, because this is the right time to say. On that day, it is not yet the right time. So I will now take this opportunity to explain all of you. How do we study the Pali, the teachings of the Buddha in Myanmar? First of all, Pali grammar, Abhidhamma. This is our starting point. And then, when we know how to write the Pali sentences, how to translate them, how to connect from one to another, at the time, we are taught how to read commentaries, not strictly to the Pali text. What is the reason? to understand the right explanation of what the Buddha said 2,600 years ago is beyond our capability. Commentators, those who know the words of the Buddha, the teachings of the Buddha, those who handed down from one generation to another already, those who are arahants, those who attain Patisambhida Magga, Patisambhida Jnana, those who don't need to memorize, with the attainment of arahantship, they attain such knowledge. They know all the Tipitaka. So they have, in time of the Buddha, after approaching the Buddha, asking a question, Buddha briefly explained the answer for their questions. And then they couldn't understand. They approached Venerable Ananda, Venerable Mahamoggallana, Venerable Anuruddha. They explain more detail what they don't understand. So they are called commentary. They handed down from one generation to another. So in the commentary it is explained. Sometimes it is explained one of the words or one Pali words into 3 or 4 explanations. These words, the meaning of these words can be these ways. 4 ways can be translated these words into. But here, Buddha said this meaning. Here, quoting the words of the Buddha. Here, the same words Buddha used this meaning. But in here, the same words Buddha used this meaning. But if we just translate one word into the same meaning all the time, it will be wrong. Because of this reason, we are taught how to understand commentary. Only then we can translate the Pali text righteously. One thing I want to remind all of you to reflect. Those who reject the commentary are those who create their own commentary. They are unaware of it. They translate the way they understand after reading the Pali text. They are unaware of it. They create their own commentary. I believe I have such opinion. Commentators are those who are reliable, those who know the words of the Buddha, the wish of the Buddha, the teachings of the Buddha. Because of this reason, those who translate the way they understand without being aware of they are using their own commentary, they complain the old commentary, ancient commentary, written by or composed by those who know. That's why now you heard what it appeared in the Path of Purification book. With exact concentration and 8 attainments are called right concentration. So when we are taught when we learn the Pali and commentary, at that time we are taught there are many different methods. One of the approach of learning Pali and commentary is Majjedipaka method. Majja is middle. Divaka is showing or shining. Shining or showing the middle part. Buddha taught excess concentration. Buddha taught absorption in material jhana concentration. And Buddha taught immaterial jhana concentration. Do you get it? Rupa jhana, arupa jhana. Before rupa and arupa jhana, there is excess concentration. That's why now in the Satya Vibhanga Sutta, Buddha asked, what is right concentration? Buddha gave an answer. First jhana concentration, second jhana concentration, and third jhana concentration, and fourth jhana concentration are called right concentration. It is showing the middle part. If we hold the middle part of the snake and shows you, don't you see the head and tail? This is called Majji Divaka. Buddha just showed the middle part. When Buddha showed the middle part, according to this method, we need to take head and tail. So that's why the commentators, understanding this, they say excess concentration and entertainment are called right concentration. Entertainment, what are they? They are rupa jhana and arupa jhana. If you practice Vaikasina, you attain first, second, third and fourth. Based on Kasina fourth jhana, you practice first arupa jhana, second arupa jhana, third arupa jhana and fourth arupa jhana. So this is entertainment. So, excess concentration, head or tail. Middle, rupa jhana. Arupa jhana, you can take head or tail. You see, this is the way we are taught. Very clear. Also, Buddha taught only two types of concentration: absorption concentration and excess concentration. Even though 40 types of meditations are taught by the Buddha, only two kinds of concentration: absorption concentration and excess concentration. As I explain all of you in my Dhamma talk on the first day, explaining briefly the talk for those who want to see the Buddha. There I have explained. What I have explained, those who want to be insight meditators based on concentration, they need to develop absorption concentration first. Only then they can continue vipassana. Vipassana. Which one is correct? So, another type of meditators, pure insight meditators. So according to commentary explanation, as I have told all of you, Duvidinji Kammatana, Rupa Kammatanicha, Arupa Kammatanicha. When the Buddha taught insight meditation, Buddha taught only two types of meditation: materiality meditation and mentality meditation. Tata Bhagava Rupa Kammatana Katito Sankhepa Manasikara Vasinava Vaitara Manasikara Vasinava Chatu Dhatu Vavotana Katesi. When the Buddha taught materiality meditation, Buddha taught either brief or detailed 4 elements meditation. Those who are pure insight meditators, they can't start mentality meditation. They must start materiality meditation as a beginning point. no exception. We must follow the words of the Buddha by practicing 4 elements meditation. So if they are pure insight meditators, they practice 4 elements meditation, that they attain access concentration. That's why this is right concentration, according to the path of purification. That's why what the Buddha taught, 40 times, or 2 kinds of concentration, and what the Visuddhimagga say, and the way we approach learning the words of the Buddha. Everything is getting along. Okay? So, if you want to just follow directly what the Buddha explained, do remember first, second, third and fourth jhana are called right concentration. Without practicing first, second, third and fourth jhana, you will go or you will practice the way leading to Nibbana with the 7-fold noble path. But if you follow the words it is appear in the path of purification, with excess concentration also, we can lead the way leading to Nibbana. Fine. It is fine. Yes, practically, in practical sense, according to what we are teaching here, according to what is explained in the Masatipatthana Sutta and Visuddhimagga and their commentary explanation. Yes, if they start 4 elements meditation as a pure insight meditators, yes, it is also the way leading to Nibbana. Just by doing so, they can realize Nibbana too. If you want to be pure insight meditators, do follow it. This is the way leading to Nibbana. This is the way to enlightenment. This is the way to make an end of suffering. This is called liberation. This is to know, to see the truth. This is to remove confusion that disturbs you a lot. This is the way to remove ignorance that covers you from not seeing the truth. I will talk about the importance of concentration some more. It is from Samyutta Nikaya. The name of the sutta is Jhana Samyutta, or it is the Vagga chapter. So there the Buddha said, Bhikkhus, just as the river Ganges slants, slopes and inclines towards the east. I repeat it. Just as the river Ganges slants, slopes and inclines towards the east, so too, a bhikkhu who develops and cultivates the 4 jhanas slants, slopes and inclines towards Nibbana. No choice. Any choice? If you want to realize Nibbana, if you want your mind to slant, slopes and inclines towards Nibbana, Buddha said, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana should be developed. Another one, from Anguttara Nikaya, that one could perfect wisdom without perfecting concentration. This is impossible. I repeat it. That one could perfect wisdom without concentration, without perfecting concentration. This is impossible. You want to say possible? Without perfecting concentration, you can perfect wisdom. If you say so, you are arguing with the Buddha, not with Venerable Ramana. Another one from Anguttara Nikaya. It is impossible to abandon the fetters without having perfected concentration. I repeat it. It is impossible to abandon the fetters without having perfected concentration. And without abandoning those fetters, it is impossible to realize Nibbana. As the Buddha said, bhikkhus develop concentration. The one who is concentrated knows and sees things as they really are. Because of developing concentration, because of having developed concentration, they will see, they will know the truth as they really are. Because of knowing the truth as they really are, they realize Nibbana with the attainment of path and fruition. The path knowledge removes the fetters. All the teachings of the Buddhas are get along with each other. I'm choosing the right words, I forgot. In accord, yes, in accord with the teachings of the Buddha is in accord with each other. Each other is in accord with. All in accord. I'm learning English. All the teachings of the Buddha are in accord with each other. Very beautiful. And that's why he is named, not we name. He named by himself. Perfect one. Perfect one. No defect. Nothing to be added. Nothing to be removed. Nothing to be modified. Everything is pure as it is. Only to follow, then as it is. Humbly, knowing one's own capability and measure. If you don't know our measure, if you don't know our capability, if you are not honest, if you are unhonest, because of ego, we will be the one who harm ourselves and others. This ego, pride, is very, very, very dangerous. Can make good person to be a bad one. Can make him lead himself or others to the wrong way. Those who have strong ego, they are very proud of themselves. That's why they cannot lead their lives humble. Arahants, those who have removed all the defilements, are very humble. That's why the Dharma, they have sustained the words of the Buddha. It's very, very reliable. I will continue another one. It is from Anguttara Nikaya. For a person with right concentration, there is no need to arouse the wish. May I see things as they truly are. Repeat it. For a person with right concentration, there is no need to arouse the wish. May I see things as they truly are. It is a natural process. It is in accordance with nature that someone with right concentration will see things as they truly are. How beautiful the words of the Buddha is. Do you believe in the Buddha? Yes, I believe in the Buddha. Very, very beautiful. In accordance with each other. Another one from Anguttara Nikaya. I declare, bhikkhus, that the destruction of the tames is dependent on the first jhana, the second jhana, the third jhana, and the fourth jhana. Do you want to argue with the Buddha? I repeat it. I declare, bhikkhus, that the destruction of the tames is dependent on the first jhana, the second jhana, the third jhana, and the fourth jhana, in accordance with each other. In accord with each other. Another one, this is what I have told all of you on my first day. Nati jhana apinyasa panyanati ajayaso ajayato yami janancha panyancha savi nibbana sandike. This is what I have told all of you. There can be no concentration in one who lacks wisdom. There can be no wisdom in one who lacks concentration. He who has concentration as well as wisdom is indeed close to Nibbana. Do you want to hear again? I will repeat it. There can be no concentration in one who lacks concentration. There can be no wisdom in one who lacks concentration. He who has concentration as well as wisdom is indeed close to Nibbana. Do you want to be close to Nibbana? You must have the one who has concentration as well as wisdom. Only then you will be close to Nibbana indeed. Another one from Anguttara Nikaya. For a person lacking right concentration, seeing things as they truly are is destroyed. The turning away from and fading away of passion is destroyed. And the opportunity for liberation is destroyed too. Who? For a person lacking right concentration, seeing things as they truly are is destroyed. The turning away from and fading away of passion is destroyed. And the opportunity for liberation is destroyed. Who don't develop concentration. So you need to develop at least excess concentration or absorption concentration. Only then you will be close to Nibbana. Only then you can get the opportunity for your liberation. let me stop here. So we will continue question and answer. If you have any question?
Yes, Bhante.
Yes.
Okay, I asked this question first because this one is related to what Bhante just mentioned. Bhante, how to cultivate the interest to practice meditation or learning Dharma? How to cultivate the interest to practice meditation or learning the Dharma?
Learning Abhidharma. Learning the Dharma. I will quote the words of the Buddha, explaining all of you, to make all of you understand the true nature of our human's mind. Difficult to do is what is really beneficial for oneself. Easy to do is what is unbeneficial for oneself. As we all know, our mind inclines very much to do something very easy, but unbeneficial. People all over the world, they are seeking after sensuality because of defilements. People think, I'm seeking after sensuality because I want. They think it is what they are doing righteously. Actually, because of having no understanding righteously, they wrongly think they have right action. They are doing the righteous thing. Because of not knowing the truth, they don't know the functions of defilements and the functions of their wholesome states of mind. Actually, we all have defilements. Defilements such as greed, desire, craving, attachment, demands, something or others, all the time. It is what the defilements demand us. It is not what we want. It is what the defilements want. It is not what we crave. It is what the defilements crave. It is not what we desire. It is what the defilements desire. It is not what we possess. It is not what we want to possess. It is what the defilements want to possess us. Because of self-identity view, thinking defilements as mine, defilements as ours. When the defilement instructs us to do something. At that time we wrongly hold. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is what we crave. This is what we attach. Because of this reason, we do thinking wrongly what we want. Truly to say, it is just what the defilements demands us, instructed us to do something. Because of this reason, we choose a way which is easier to do but unbeneficial. Because of this reason, it becomes difficult for us to choose a way what is beneficial but difficult, such as doing wholesome deeds, practicing meditation, and learning the Dharma. If you are under the control of someone, holding knives in his hand, ordering you to do this and that, completely under his control, will you be happy with him? For sure, you will not be happy with him or her. If it is possible, you want to make free under his or her control, just because it is not yet the right time, or it is out of your reach to be free from him or her. That's why, even though you want to run away, or you want to free from his or her under control, you stay, carry on according to his or her demands or order. But for sure, you want to make free as soon as possible. But even though you are under the control of someone, it will not be 24 hours. It will not be for 24 hours. Only just for a certain period of time a day. You can free, you can put the burden down even in a day. You have a time to be free of or free from him. But after being born as humans, coming along with a lot of defilements. Defilements are like someone who is holding more serious things in his hand, like someone holding knives in his hand, ordering you to do this and that all the time. I want this, I want that. Who is telling you? Defilements are telling you. Defilements are giving instructions to you. But you are unaware of it. But you understand that this is I who want. This is I who desire. This is I who crave. This is I who attach. Who is more serious? The one who is holding knife in his hand and telling you to do this and that, to go here and there. And your defilements, which is with you all the time, 24 hours. They are torturing you all the time. Because of listening them, wrongly understanding that you want, you are very happy seeking after the spirituality, but have no happiness, have no interest to practice the Dharma, to learn the Dharma. That's why you are deceived by the defilements. You are cheated by the defilements. You are led by your defilements. You are not a master. You are just slaves of defilements. Only if you train your mind to do good things such as meditation practice and learning the Dharma, at that time you try to be a master. You make yourself to be a master of your mind, not to be a slave of your defilements. You get it? 你明白吗? Harahashipshiu? I don't know how to say it in Vienna. Okay.
Thank you, Bhante, for answering that question. Okay, Bhante, the next question is many parts. So I will read each part at one time. Dear Bhante, Vihantu, regarding the 5 precepts which Bhante explained in the last Dhamma talk, if not mistaken, Bhante said that the first 3 precepts will be broken if committed. They are related to others, meaning external person, but not because of committed through bodily action. Is the understanding correct?
The third one?
The first 3 precepts.
What, the first 3 precepts?
Will be broken.
Right. Please continue.
Alright.
Repeat it.
Right. So if the first 3 precepts will be broken if committed, they are related to others, but not because of committed through bodily action. So
First, second and third are bodily wrong actions. That's why they are committed by doing bodily wrong actions towards someone.
the writer actually also asked, what about committing suicide?
This is what sometimes rarely happens. This is also killing.
And if these 3 precepts wasn't committed through bodily action, they could not be done whether they are related to oneself or others. I think the author, the writer, now should understand that it is committed through bodily action, not because it's not committed through bodily action.
Killing, stealing, doing sexual misconduct is done by bodily actions.
Yes, the author also says that, so in this case, can these 3 precepts be considered as kaya karma, because they must go through the bodily action?
Yeah, kaya karma is bodily action.
So next question is, for the 5 precepts, when the doer either drink, smell or inject any kind of intoxicants or drugs, all these must go through the bodily action. So can this be considered as kaya karma?
This is because of negligence. Another question.
So probably just now the answer is actually negligence, right?
Or for the cause of negligence.
Right. So this continues. The cause of negligence only occur after the doer started to be drunk or lose control and may break the other precepts.
We don't say that everybody is going to be, but possibility.
The question here is, there are some drunkards who only get drunk after taking a lot of intoxicants.
That's why I've given an answer. Possibility.
So it continues to say some of them drink 1-2 cups of alcoholic drinks, that just like drinking water, and there's no effect to them.
Better to drink water. Pure water.
So we're still breaking precepts, huh?
Yes.
So one last question. This one is interesting. I got A, B, and C.
A, B, and C.
In the conditions below, are they considered as sexual misconduct? A husband looked for a prostitute and conducted sexual pleasure without informing his wife.
Yes.
B, same as above, but with the wife's consent.
The wife consent. Anyway, it should not go beyond.
C, a single man not married looking for a prostitute. Did he commit sexual misconduct?
If the prostitute hasn't been rented by anybody, it is not.
Thank you, Bhante. In last week's Bhante's Dhamma talk, Bhante mentioned that Pa-Auk knowledge removes the wrong view of self. Does this mean that the mental factor ditthi can never arise again?
Lobha ditthi will never arise again, already completely has been removed.
Can Bhante explain and give an example of how kama tanha arises without ditthi? That is, the object is nikka, sukha, atta, or subha.
Because of latent tendency. Because they have removed only the lobha ditthi. They still have lobha mana. They still have lobha attachment to this and that, but only without wrong view. They have attachment, but not with wrong view. That's why this can lead, or this can cause the results of new birth.
Also, how mana arises without wrong view of self?
Because lobha ditthi has been removed, that only lobha ditthi has been removed, that's why another lobha mana stay within moha.
Next question. When discerning the 5 khandhas, why do we need to see the 11 kinds of rupa khandha as anicca, dukkha, and anatta?
Because of attachment to 11 types, 11 categories, near, far. Yes, I will repeat them. Ajata, Bahida, internally, externally, past, present, future, near, far, gross and subtle, superior or inferior. As we all know, we attach not only ourselves, we attach others too. It means externally. We attach not only the present, we attach the past to the future. We attach to the things near, far, gross, subtle, inferior and superior. From the ultimate point of view, they are all just arising and perishing all the time. To understand the true nature of all these, we have attached. We need to do it. Only then we can remove attachment to all these things first, temporarily. And when this temporal removement has been strong and mature, at the time complete movement will follow.
Is there any relationship in between those 11 categories of Rupa Khanda?
In the dreams, sometimes they are practicing meditation. If they are practicing meditation even in the dream, it is good enough. Doesn't matter whether 11 categories or not.
But then is there any relationship in between these 11?
No. Just because of repeatedly practicing meditation, it comes into even in a dream. This is because of Dhamma. How to say? Dhamma Vyapada. Dhamma Vyapada means because of respectively we practice meditation in every 4 postures mindfully, Dhamma become with us all the time. Because of this reason, Dhamma itself, it is working. Dhamma does its function. Dhamma Vyapada.
Next question. Bahiga, the brass skirt ascetic, Super Buddha, the leper, and Pukusati all attained path and person after meeting the Buddha. Shortly after that, all 3 were killed by cows. Is this just a coincidence?
No, not a coincidence, just because of ripenings of their karma. It is because of their past karma. They have committed killing to prostitute. Or not a prostitute. At that time they are friends. They make happiness, central happiness with the prostitute. After that they don't want to pay. And then they kill. Before that woman passed away, she made an aspiration. May I kill her? Because of this reason.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Right, this question is from last week, the question that was missed out. Disciple would like to ask Bhante, sometimes I meet people who gets along well with me, and sometimes they hate or is angry with me. Why does this happen to me? Thank you, Bhante.
We can't satisfy. Okay? We can't make anybody satisfied with all our actions. Sometimes they are happy with what we are doing. Sometimes they are unhappy with. Sometimes, even though we are doing good, they don't like. Sometimes, even though we are doing not very good things, sometimes they like too. That's why people's mind, just because of ego and pride, very difficult. Don't expect anybody to understand you all the time. Okay? Only the important thing is to understand yourself. If you understand yourself, everything is fine. No one can attack you. Okay?
Okay, next question. Bhante, may you share with us how to reflect on the 4 requisites in the middle way to support the development of concentration and wisdom?
4 requisites.
How to reflect on them?
There is a reflection. There is a translation of them. Don't you do that way? If you do that way, I think you understand. But not just reciting, reflecting. You should do reflect this. It is really very good.
This question is very interesting. Ante, what are the best and worst things about being a meditation teacher?
What are the best and the worst thing being a meditation teacher? Dhamma danan, sabba danan, dhamma danan jinati. Giving of the Dhamma exerts all the giving. This is the best of.
Worst? Is there very, very worst?
If you don't know how to teach the Dhamma, how to help others, it is very bad. It is not doing for the good of oneself and others. This is very bad.
That's all, Ante?
That's all.
Okay, I finished all the questions. If there's any one in the audience who actually wants to ask Ante any further questions, can raise the hand icon.
It was a small follow-up of last week's question. Somebody asked about acting from emotions or acting from intellect. And then Bhante was very clear, people should not act from emotions, but always from intellect. I was wondering how it is with acting from metta, karuna, mudita, or upekkha. I would think that were emotions. So I was wondering what Bhante would say about it.
Yes. Good question. We should understand the difference, metta and attachment, karuna and sorrow. Sometimes attachment replaces. Do in a place of metta. At that time it becomes emotional feeling. With such, we should not do. Metta is led by wisdom. That's why it is not emotional feeling. If it is true metta, karuna also associated with panya, wisdom. It is not emotional feeling. But sometimes karuna, it converts into sorrow. At the time it becomes emotional feeling. With this we should not. At the time if we come to know that now I have no karuna, just being worried about something. At that time it changes from good to bad.
About the Pacceka Buddha, does the Pacceka Buddha teach anything?
Yes, he teach dana sila, but he could not teach the way leading to Nibbana.
Does he teach jhana?
I need to check it. I think he can teach, because it is what is possible. Even the Bodhisattva, the time he was just ordinary person. Any time, any existence in which he renounced, he had a lot of disciples, those who practiced under his guidance.
when the Buddha was about to enter Nibbana, he said people can adjust the minor rules. Right? Then this is not my question. Somebody, why the Pa-Auk because follows very strictly without any adjustment?
Even in the first council, so before the first council, also in the first council, Venerable Ananda was asked, why didn't you ask the Buddha, what are the minor rules? Because at that time, he was influenced by Mara. Because of this reason, he could not ask such questions to the Buddha. But very interesting thing happened in the first council. All the Arahants, when they don't get the answer, what the minor rules, at the time, they all agree to sustain originally as it is. I will point out the reasons why they did it. If they change the rules laid down by the Buddha, after Buddha entered the final Nibbana, immediately after entering final Nibbana, very soon after that, people will complain if they change and remove. Oh, disciples of the Buddha, they follow practice the words of their master only when their master was alive. See, now, just after a few months, now they didn't follow the words of the Buddha. How bad these disciples are. People are going to complain. It will be for the bad of them. That's why this is one reason. Also, all the rules laid down by Buddha is what we should follow, what we can follow, what is beneficial to follow. That's why they decide to sustain as it is. Okay?
Another question, somebody Sakkayaditthi, when Sakkayaditthi is removed, is the Majjhariya also removed? Issa
Majjhariya is rooted in anger. Anger has not been removed. So in the Abhidhamma commentary, there are 2 points of view. But many places, it is explained in this way. As you all know, Sotapanna, Sotapatti Magga, first part knowledge, can remove only self-identity view, which is rooted in lobha deity, and right attachment to right and ritual. This is also attachment, lobha too. Also, doubt. But this is what the first part knowledge removes. Also, the first part knowledge removes all the defilements which has the strength to make them fall to the fourfold states. Do you get it? That's why, to the extent what can make them fall to the fourfold states has been removed by the first part knowledge, but not all. Esa and Majjhiriya is rooted in dosa, that there may be a trace of them, but it is not as strong as ordinary persons. There may be a trace of them because anger, it is rooted in anger.
Okay, another follows. Why mana is removed until Arahant attains?
Eh?
Why mana is completely removed when a person attains Arahantship? Why?
Arahant path knowledge can remove all the defilements.
So
including
why
mana.
the mana lasts until Arahant?
This way is better. First path and fruition knowledge, remove this. Second path knowledge can make weak what the first path knowledge can't do. The third path knowledge can remove anger and sexual desire. Arahant path knowledge removes all. This is better. For about the first question, in one place it is explained that the first path knowledge removes Esa and Majjhiriya. But the explanation which appear in many places, that what I have explained all of you, maybe this is what is reasonable, to the extent what can make them fall to the fourfold states has been removed by the first path knowledge. The time someone is ordinary, one at a time has lobha, dosa, mana, ditthi. All these can make them fall to the fourfold states. But for those who have attained first path and fruition knowledge, first path and fruition knowledge remove the three factors that I have to all of you, and it removed all the defilements to the extent what can make them fall to the fourfold states.
Okay, Bhante, next question. Can Bhante please teach us how to apply the 10 paramis in daily life?
Very long. I need to explain it in a form of Dhamma talk.
Thank you, Bhante.
But I have given this talk one time, how to fulfill Bharami in daily life.
So Bhante can give us one more talk. Thank you, Bhante. I go on to the next question. When practicing meditation to develop concentration, does one person require to have a happy and calm mind always through the 4 postures, or the person just need to ignore the feeling of happiness and calmness, just diligently with effort just develop concentration?
If we practice meditation, we need calm and stable mind. Happy mind is emotional state of mind. What I mean, if we participate with happy mind, is our mind calm or not? No. It cannot help you for the sustaining of your mind on the meditation object. But you should be interested in your meditation object without expecting any without participating, the happiness that arises in your mind. Just maintaining calm of mind, calmness of the mind, developing equanimity towards both good and bad. We should practice meditation. Developing equanimity towards both good and bad is the state of mind that we need in meditation. Even though happiness arises at the time, we need to develop equanimity towards that happiness. Sometimes we feel unhappy. At the time also we need to develop equanimity towards that unhappiness. Only then you can sustain calm mind, you can practice meditation. Calm mind is ready for meditation. This will be the last one.
Just a quick question for you. Earlier you said that in Magga, it says that people can attain Nirvana with access concentration. So I was just wondering if, in your opinion, these days it's still possible.
With access concentration? Yes, possible.
And then if you heard of anybody or if you taught anybody who nowadays could attain Nirvana without attaining jhana.
If I told anybody?
Did you teach anybody or did you hear of anybody nowadays who could attain Nirvana without attaining jhana?
Or as I told all of you, as a pure insight meditator, they don't need any absorption concentration. You need to practice 4 elements as a beginning point. They will take access concentration. Based on it, if they continue meditation, they can attain path and fruition.
Nowadays still possible.
It's possible. We will share merits down today.
Thank you, Bhante, for interesting Dharma talk and also answering our many questions. Thank you.
We will share merits down. Repeat after me. Idam me punyam asavakaya vaham hotu idam me punyam nibbanasa pacayo hotu mama punya bhagam sabba satana Ajeni Desabe Desamam Punya Bhagam Labantu Sadhu